Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So in this video we're going to be showing off the top Dream Realm boss team for all 8 different Dream Realm bosses and also having a tally of how many times each hero is being used for phase 3 of this season in Endless Dream Realm difficulty. So the reason why I wanted to do this video now is the teams are basically locked in, the top performing teams. We've had a couple of weeks in phase 3, we have all the mythic charms on everyone, and now it will just probably be these same teams you're going to be seeing for the rest of this season. So the interesting thing here is there are actually 3 heroes which are topping the basically frequently used chart, which are the twins, Galahad, and Contess. These 3 heroes are in 7 out of 8 of the Dream Realm boss top teams each, and that is an incredible performance, definitely proving that these are the queens. They're all basic queen, and Elijah's a boy, so king, but basically queens and one king for Dream Realm endless difficulty in phase 3. These heroes are really strong, and if you do not have them, you're going to be losing out on quite a bit of score. Now Contess actually barely was almost 8 out of 8, and the Contess team right now in Sarathiel boss is basically neck and neck with the performance of Pandora, but because so many people have Pandora basically and they usually have Pandora more invested, the Pandora team is slightly better for right now. But Contess is very close to being 8 out of 8, in fact. Galahad is just really strong, because Galahad, the thing about her is not only in phase 3 but also in phase 2. If we look back at phase 2, the usage of Galahad, it was, I think, 8 out of 8 Dream Realm bosses. If not that, it was 7 out of 8, and that is also an incredible performance. And the fact that Galahad is used for phase 2 and phase 3, which is like almost 3 months in total, that is a great performance. Contess, the thing about her, even though she's really dominating phase 3, it really does seem like she needs mythic charms to get her full value and get fully online, because even in the early part of phase 3 when we had the red charms, Contess wasn't exactly making it in to all of the top teams as she is now. So that is the another thing to point out about these heroes. The twins have always, the twins are just the best hero in AFK journey, because from pre-endless, beginning in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, twins are always going to be at least 7 out of 8 in the top Dream Realm boss usage, sometimes even 8 out of 8. And it really is only because we have this one annoying boss, Blightshroom, where the twins are not able to actually cast their ultimates. That is why the twins are not being used here. But if this boss ever changes and you know, a new one comes into the rotation, twins can very easily be 8 out of 8. So what you can tell from this basically frequency usage is that twins are the most powerful hero in AFK journey for all phases of Dream Realm. Galahad is probably the second most powerful because she also has great usage in phase 2. Contess is probably the third. It depends how much you're prioritizing phase 3. Phase 3 is the longest phase of the whole season, and also Contess is just having massive usage. So I do consider Contess probably the third most important hero based off of this. But yeah, that is the thing. Now, if you're looking at the tally on the left, the column, you're gonna see that there's a big drop off. After these 3 heroes, the fourth hero on the list is Baelran with only 3 out of 8 Dream Realm boss usage. And what this is actually showing to us is, apart from these 3 kind of fixed slots, which are twins, Contess, and Galahad, there's gonna be a lot more kind of diversity depending on the specific boss you're facing. What is gonna be the optimal hero to be running alongside it, whether it be damage deal like Baelran, or whether it be support like even Hugin, Smokey we're seeing in some comps. So Baelran is actually 4th in usage, which is crazy. 3 out of 8 Dream Realm boss usage. He's definitely come online in endless difficulty of bosses, or like phase 3 with the mythic charms as well. In phase 2, he was not having as widespread usage, and in fact, I want to talk about Aliceth right now. Aliceth has been relegated to only the top team for Nocturne Judicator, and that's crazy because in phase 2 of Dream Realm of this season, Aliceth was almost 8 out of 8, and at some point she was 8 out of 8 in all top Dream Realm boss teams. So Aliceth is a hero which overall, even though she's not having great usage in phase 3 deep and with our mythic charms, she still is very important, and arguably even more important than Baelran because of her phase 2 domination. And even now in phase 3, even if Baelran is number 1, there are some, you know, backup teams with Aliceth and things like that. So Aliceth is still definitely such a solid hero, but like for phase 3 with the mythic charms, she really has kind of fallen off, at least for this, like, the specific state we're in. But basically, don't get worried about Aliceth, because phase 2 of next season is highly likely she's going to be dominating again. That is when she really shines. Now, apart from this, after Baelran, we do have a couple of heroes with 2 out of 8 Dream on boss usage. Actually, 3 heroes, in fact. We have Hugin, we have Smokey, and we have Solise. So Hugin and Smokey are a really good combo, but what's interesting is in the previous season, Smokey was like 7 out of 8 in Dream on boss top teams, and now he's only 2 out of 8. And a lot of that is due to Contess. Contess is just the better, basically, support to be running in the team rather than Smokey. So Smokey is only relegated to Sarathiel, where there is no Contess, and then the other team is Magmazard, where he does fit in pretty well. And it's actually a solo contest team being the top option. So yeah, Hugin, same, he's working. Hugin's still a really solid hero. You're seeing him in Primal Lord. He's giving the haste buff to Galahad. In fact, he's having more meta usage for phase 3 Dream Mom, even compared to Gunnar, which is crazy because we thought Gunnar is the big brother of Hugin, but actually Hugin may actually be the older one in the family. But yeah, that's basically what we're seeing here. Apart from this, we're seeing a couple of one-time usage of certain key heroes, Valara, Corden really for Nocturne Judicator, which we even saw that in the previous season, and Valara as well. Valara and Corden are both really good for pre-Endless Dream Realm, but for Endless Dream Realm, they're only good for Nocturne Judicator, where you just need to buff up your own, ally as much as possible. Solise is having the 2 out of 8 usage. She's in Blightshroom. And she's also in Necrodraken. However, these are a little bit of specific teams, like Solise needs Harak in the Necrodraken team, and then in Blightshroom, Solise having got a lot of usage in Blightshroom for pretty much all of the teams. But yeah, this is the other thing we have to talk about Contest. For Necrodraken specifically, Contest is only top if you have Harak. If you do not have Harak, there are like no Contest teams also being run, but if we're talking about the overall top team, and Necrodraken is a boss which really favors Harak, and this is the top team, I'm expecting Necrodraken probably going to go out of the rotation in the upcoming season. We've had it, I think 3 seasons in a row now, which is a lot. I would also predict Nocturne Judicator probably also to leave the rotation. If we just had to call any predictions. So that's basically what I'm thinking right now. Okay, Aurora and Florabelle, they had great usage for phase 1 and also phase 2 of Dream Realm. Actually exceptional usage, like even 3 out of 8 for both of them. So both are really important heroes to have. However, for Endless, for phase 3, Aurora and Florabelle are only in Doomscourge, which is the summoning, devouring boss, which is, of course, this was to be expected. Just like, Corden and Valara dominate Nocturne Judicator, they are there throughout the season. Same with Aurora and Florabelle, they dominate Doomscourge, and throughout the season, all phases, they're going to be there. But they're not going to be used anywhere else, right? And the only other kind of heroes to mention are very niche, like Saida. For King Croaker, she is the best if she's fully built up, but she can work at 1 copy. There are some teams running Thorin rather than Saida, but you're going to lose out on score. So overall, I still have to mention Saida because she is technically in the top team, and for King Croaker, she is one of the best heroes, basically, to eat the revives of the boss. But there are other options, Tilly and Thorin, and things like that. And Gunnar is using Gloommaw. There's a boss very designed around him. Having him to shield up your team is a really effective strategy, and so he's really dominating there. But generally speaking, Gunnar is a pre-Endless hero. Phase 1, maybe a bit of phase 2. Phase 3, he just is in his, unique niche boss, which is Gloommaw. And you're really seeing, which heroes belong in which boss, like Nocturne Judicator, Valara, Corden, even Aliceth, they belong there. Doomscourge, Aurora, Florabelle belong there. Gloommaw, this Gunnar belongs there. Saida belongs only in King Croaker, Harak belongs only in Necrodraken, and yeah. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section down below. Which of the heroes you're planning to invest into? What we can take from this list is definitely Twins Galahad. They're a must on everyone's account. I think everyone already knows that, and even getting them to plus 20 exclusive equipment and plus 25 for Galahad, just maxing her stats. Even you can Paragon upgrade Galahad because she's a damage dealer. Twins, you don't need a Paragon upgrade. Contess, yes, she is very meta. She is the most important Dream hero of this season release, and I really think you basically have to pull her at this point. She is dominating phase 3 of Dream Realm, and she's going to dominate Ravage Realm. She's dominating the Primal Lord. Basically, just really key hero to be building on your account. But that being said, Aliceth very likely is still going to be dominating phase 2 of the upcoming season, and so also is an important hero. Baelran really surprisingly doing very well this season kind of powered up by Contess, but 3 different good bosses for him, and he's still a priority to be building. Mehira, not so much. Mehira is one of those heroes which in the previous season I think she had 3, maybe even 4 out of 8 Dream on boss usage. This season only 1 out of 8, only Blightshroom, and there are other teams without involving her. And so really, I think Mehira is a hero as of right now you could pass on if you're like a newer player and you're deciding what to build. And Gunnar is a hero I would just try to get away with 1 copy. It's just like a little bit more of an efficient strategy. 1 copy Gunnar, but then fully invest into your Contest, for example, in Twins. That's going to get you more basically mileage out of it. And Gunnar as well, we don't know how dominant he's even going to be in phase 1 of Endless next season. We're expecting really good things from him, but you know, it's all up in the air. Like we've seen heroes like Nazarick, who was really good last season, who kind of completely fell off this season, and so those things are not guaranteed at all. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then everyone, peace out for now.